Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is BLACSIREN and how are we doing today? Are we sad? Happy? Let me know in the comments. Listen babes, time really fucking flies. We only got 3 months left in this year and I'm not ready for that. You know how back in the days when I was young, I was so excited for New Year's. I would be like, yay, New Year, new me. But now, wow, shit. Here we go again. Same year, same old, same shit. Every year is the fucking same. I'm just not excited anymore. And another thing is, this is actually funny. Some of my audience, I'm talking to you. Yes, you specifically. You guys are very gullible. Because in my last video, I talked about this was a wig. And there would be comments saying,
oh my god, really? I didn't know this was a wig. Oh wow, you got me.
Girl, you're gullible, and I'm worried about you because you know what? 你以后老了，请护工的时候，你要被他们扇耳光的。With your intelligence like this, no. You're so gullible. You're full of naivete. What the fuck? So, Yoruboom, without further ado, 始めましょう。
I'm so fucking angry with that bitch, Gina.
Am I the asshole for walking out of the airport when I saw my husband's mom standing there with her luggage? Oh. I don't have the best relationship with my husband's mom. Since day one, she tried to make remarks and compare me to her, question mark, question mark. She then tried to get on my good side and started overly praising everything I do, and sometimes even copying me, like that one time when she literally dyed her hair purple, just like mine. Purple? Girl, you crazy. And when everybody pointed out how ridiculous she looked, she actually blamed me and accused me of trying to make a joke out of her. Ooh, she dirty, huh? So anyways, my husband and I took 2 weeks off to go visit some places out of the country. Thing is, I was the one who saved up for and arranged for the trip. My husband was responsible for booking the tickets. My husband's mom wanted to come along and throw temper tantrums when I said no. She called, texted, sent people to talk to me into letting her come, even threatened to call the police and make some complaints up to get us to stay if she can come. Oh my god, this fucking old bitch. My husband said we should just take her, but I told him he was wrong to tell her about the trip in the first place. He gave me an ultimatum, said he won't go if she can come. Well, I will go by myself, bitch, if this happens to me. I told him I'd gladly call his bluff, which made him take his words back and said, fine, I will tell her to stop it because we won't take her. Well, here's what I think. Just because you're old, that doesn't give you a bitch pass. If you're gonna act like an ass, I'm gonna treat you like an ass. Things got quieter. Suspiciously quieter. She used the word suspiciously. She just doesn't believe the mom would be so quiet. The day of the trip came and we got to the airport at 2 p.m. My husband was walking ahead of me and was looking left and right like he was looking for someone.
Fuck.
The mom? I asked him but he didn't respond. He led me to the walking area and first thing I saw was his mom standing there with her luggage.
Hey. How y'all doing?
The fucking audacity. I froze in my spot. I felt a cold wave washing over me, and I was fuming inside. She was like... She and my husband were hugging. That's when I quietly turned around and started walking towards the exit. My husband followed me while shouting at me to stop. He tried to stop me, but I told him off the harshest way possible. He tried to say that I was overreacting, and this is his mom was there anyway, so I should just let it go and not mess the trip for us. Well, who the fuck is messing up the trip? It's your mom, dude. What the fuck? I told him he and his mom could still go and I was just going home. I went home and sobbed into my dog's fur for several minutes. That's so dramatic. Turned out he booked her ticket without me knowing. An hour later, he came home yelling and raging about how
Pathetic and spiteful.
I was to walk out of there and go home and ruin the trip last minute. Again, who's actually ruining the trip? It's you and your mom. Bro, are you dumb? I told him he caused this to happen. He said I was being so hard on his mom, it's ridiculous. I refused to fight anymore, but he kept on berating me, and then I called my family and told them this trip was cancelled, and that it was all because of me. My family said that I shouldn't have ruined it for myself and should have just sucked it up and done my best to enjoy. You know which part of the story that got me fucked up the most is when she tried to call her family members and tried to vent instead of supporting her. The family just told her, oh, it's kind of your fault. You need to just bite the bullet. Why do you have to ruin this for yourself? Imagine your own family don't even support you. I would be fucking furious. I feel bad for her. This person commented, sometimes the divorce card needs to come out, and this is one of them. I agree. Get a divorce. Okay? One part of this I don't agree with. OP should have gone to the ticket booth, gotten her ticket changed for anywhere else, and gone to enjoy herself alone. Let the husband and his mother have their romantic time together because it sounds like he married his mother. 100% agree. Well, don't get me wrong. I always believe that we need to show respect, appreciation, love to our parents. But there's a difference between this and being a mama's boy. I bet he still suck her tits though. Ew. Am I the asshole for calling my sister-in-law the racist after she compared my cooking to making kung pao chicken? Interesting. I've been married to my wife for about 10 years and we're a mixed race couple. I'm Asian and she's Caucasian. I've gotten along with her family, mother-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, but I always felt like my father-in-law and other sister-in-law, Sarah, never liked me. I'm a professionally trained chef with 15 plus years of experience and I work at a high-end Chinese restaurant, a spin of a popular one in Beijing and a large US city. Is it 大董烤鸭 though? Because apparently a couple years ago there's a 大董烤鸭opened in New York City and bitch, let me tell you, they're so expensive. They spend so much money on advertising. Talked about like how good their Peking duck is and they were charging Michelin price. Hundreds of dollars for one duck, but they're not even Michelin rated. Then I was like, don't get it twisted. You sell ducks, girl. I heard 大董烤鸭 is very expensive in China as well. Is it true though? Has anyone ever tried them? Is it good? I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments. Is it worth the money? Is it like a must-have thing when people travel to Beijing? Like you have to try 大董烤鸭. Is it like that? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. My crew and I have won several awards, and I've been explicitly told I'll be the next executive chef. Sarah is also a professionally trained chef and worked at a popular upscale French restaurant in the city. She constantly brags about it, and no joke, she compares herself out loud to Ramsay and Bourdain. Okay, Gordon Ramsay wannabe. Whenever I'm at my mother-in-law and father-in-law's house and helping out in the kitchen, Sarah is always criticizing everything I do. Oh, this bitch got a lot to say, huh? Whether it's chopping, bracing, marinating, etc., she always butts in with comments like,
I think you should actually do XXX like this.
well, how about you shut the fuck up, bitch? How about let me do my own thing, huh? I've been patient for my wife and sidestepping those comments, saying things like, thanks, but I think I'll stick to the way I do it. Right. Just mind your fucking business. What's your fucking problem, bitch? Things came to a head 2 weeks ago when my wife, father-in-law, mother-in-law, and I were in her parents' kitchen prepping dinner for my mother-in-law's birthday. Happy birthday to you. We were running a bit behind, so things were heated, which I kind of like it because it reminded me of work. And that's when Sarah walked in. She took one look at what I was doing, scoffed, and said something like, oh wow, okay, so that's not the right way of doing things. Well, how about you shut your bitch ass up? It hit a nerve and I'm pretty sternly told her to stop criticizing my cooking and that I'm also a chef just like her. Right, bitch, I would put the spatula in her mouth like, bitch, the fuck? She laughed and said, making kung pao chicken at some Chinese restaurant doesn't count. Well, now you just pissed off all the Chinese citizens. Bitch, watch your fucking back. Don't let us see you on the street. Bitch, if I see you on the street, I will slit your throat. I will shower in your blood. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I'll probably squeeze that ghost pepper juice in your eyes. How about that? The kitchen went silent. Father-in-law snorted and chuckled. And my mother-in-law yelled, Sarah, what is wrong with you? I stopped what I was doing, swore at her, and called her a racist piece of shit. Apologized to my mother-in-law for not being able to stay and left for home with my wife. Apparently, this caused a massive fight after we left, with my mother-in-law, brother-in-law, and other sister-in-laws taking my side, and my father-in-law and Sarah saying it was a joke, but kind of true though, and that I was being too sensitive. The extended family somehow got wind of this, and now everyone is arguing and taking sides, with my wife even getting texts from some of her cousins apologizing for Sarah's behavior. Despite being on my side, my wife is begging me to apologize so the fighting will stop, but I refuse to because fuck Sarah and her blatant racism. Yeah, fuck Sarah. Sarah, you should go fuck yourself. Oh, you think this is over? No, there's actually updates. Let me give it to you. So it looks like one of my wife's cousins found this post and put it on Sarah's Facebook wall going, this is you, right? Her Facebook friends are starting to comment with things like, if this is you, Sarah, then I'm disappointed. I think Sarah is still at work. She might be hitting the fence soon. And now my wife is pissed too. Was considering removing, but I just got a voicemail from my father-in-law that my presence was only being tolerated up until this point, and threatened me if I didn't delete this post. Officially going to keep this post up, and if you're still reading this, dog, I'm really disappointed in you. You're better than this. Lots of stuff just went down. My wife got a call from sister-in-law. Sarah started screaming and crying at her the moment my wife picked up and said that she just got demoted because of her chink husband. Apparently some of her co-workers have her on Facebook and showed the post to the management, which combined with her earlier rant, double whammied her back to being a line cook, and now she might get fired. Yay! My wife told her to go fuck herself and is now solidly on my side after taking the verbal abuse from Sarah and reading some of the comments here. My wife is still the opposite of happy though. Oh, poor wife. My wife called my mother-in-law and asked her what the fuck was going on with my father-in-law. My mother-in-law was confused, so my wife played back the voicemail I had on my phone, and apparently my mother-in-law literally just walked away from the phone without hanging up and started screaming at my father-in-law. And that Facebook post has now devolved into a clusterfuck flame war with family and friends jumping in. Suffice to say, it has officially gone nuclear. So apparently there's still some updates, but I'm just gonna give you a short version. So Sarah's cousin was sending this post to literally everyone. So this post just blew up on the internet. Lots of people have seen it. And there are even people will call to the original poster's restaurant, calling like all the racial slurs to him and tried to get him fired as retribution. But fortunately, the owner was backing him up 100%. The owner was like, fuck you, racist ass bitches. So he's fine. But on the other hand, Sarah, this bitch. Apparently the French restaurant that she worked at was owned by a Chinese investment company. So everybody at the restaurant was giving her the cold shoulder. They were like, ew, she's racist. So she was getting tossed to the back bench and she got demoted. But like she kind of quit herself and she got blacklisted from all the fancy restaurants. So she's not able to work at fancy restaurants anymore. If she wants, she can probably wash dishes in the back kitchen. And as far as the father-in-law and the mother-in-law, apparently the mother-in-law is divorcing the father-in-law because this whole thing was like a last straw for them. She realized, oh, she has been bottling up for so many years. There were so many incidents that she wanted to divorce his ass. And one thing is, he is a Republican. Yeah, he's racist. He's like, oh, Asian people, ew, disgusting. So they have different political beliefs. You know, this is like a huge thing in America. People have different political beliefs. One household can have like different branches, but I'm not gonna get into this because I don't want to turn my channel into a battleground. So she's like, yeah, I'm divorcing your old ass. Then he went fucking stupid. He was like, what? Yeah. There's one thing I wanted to show you. Judging by the way how he told the whole story and the layout of the writing, you can tell he's actually a very methodical person. I'm gonna show you some screenshots. This is something like a quality that you look for from a chef. I believe he is a good chef. So, yeah. In the end, he said, I'm sure as hell doesn't feel like a happy ending. Perhaps bittersweet justice, but that's all I can give you. Thank you all for your support and for the reading. Still me right now. There's a Jeff. Still the same Jeff. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.